Yes, can you hear me?
Good morning,
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. We have Mr. George Kasapidis, which is the regional governor of Western Macedonia. Good morning. You are in mute.
Good morning.
Good
You
morning,
can
Mr.
hear me?
Kasapidis.
Okay.
Yes. Mr. Matteo Maccioni, head of market strategy SNAM, and which is the main shareholder of Senfluga. No, he has technical difficulties. And here with us is Mrs. Gulmira Raziyeva, which is a senior research fellow in Oxford Institute for Energy Studies and the founder and managing director, Eurasia Analytics. Good morning, Ms. Raziyeva. And Mr. Dimitrios Kardomateas, which is a representative of the chairman of the Just Transition Development Plan Steering Committee. Good morning.
Good morning.
So now I would like to give the floor to our first speaker, Mr. Konstantinos Papalucas. Konstantinos, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Kostas. I don't know if you can see my presentation.
Just a minute.
Thank you. Great. So good morning, everyone. First of all, I would like to congratulate our hosts, the Hellenic Association for Energy Economics, for bringing this amazing blend of people in this platform and the high level of this energy transition discussion. Today, I would like to present you the latest updates on hydrogen and what we have achieved so far in the last 9 months on a national level. More specifically, our hydrogen strategy, which is at its final stage, and also the developments about the Greek participation in the European hydrogen value chain through the so-called IPCI process. Everybody now seems to recognize that hydrogen is the hot topic. Hydrogen is trending, and it's certainly no longer an afterthought, nor it's coming from the distant future. Very recently, it has been called many names: a key, a multi-tool, the Swiss Army knife of decarbonization and the global energy transition. And the question is, why so much global fuss for hydrogen? The reason is simple. Hydrogen molecular nature has all the special features to help the global community to overcome some of the most difficult energy challenges and foster its efforts to combat climate change. It is no longer a topic of Japan or Korea or a favorite topic of the Greens in the European Parliament. It's now a priority for the Biden administration and Secretary Kerry, as David mentioned earlier, for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, for Canada, Australia, China, for many other countries with very different profiles, but all of them are all decided to rapidly build their concrete hydrogen policy. Let me just mention as an example that the Hydrogen Shot Summit, which is the first energy earth shot organized by the US Department of Energy in September, seeks to reach the 111 goal to reduce the price of renewable hydrogen by 80% and take it down to $1 per 1 kilo in one decade. But let's go back to Greece. Next slide, please. So when we were first invited to participate in the member state session of the H2 IPCI project organized by Hydrogen Europe, I remember that my concluding remark was that we need to fuel up our engines to get on the hydrogen train. And I said, this time allow us to under-promise but over-deliver. Few months later, I must say that we can take pride in the results. In a period of 3 months, and after hard dedicated work, we managed to engage with as many interested parties as possible and put them in an acceleration pipeline. And we can now count more than 20 projects in the IPCI pipeline, while it seems that this has opened the appetite for more energy corporations to participate in our national emerging hydrogen economy. Next slide, please. For the record, the Greek proposal for the first wave of important projects of common European interest on hydrogen includes a number of projects for both parallel subwaves. 3 projects for the subwave of IPCI H2 technology and the key components, and 2 projects for the decarbonization through hydrogen. Let me go through them quickly. The Green Hypo of Advent Technologies SA, which includes a production unit for the construction of innovative electrolyzers and high temperature PEM fuel cells. The production unit is planned to be constructed in the Western Macedonia. Then we have the very popular White Dragon, which is part of the massive green hydrogen projects with the colorful animal name. And it aims to infuse the produced hydrogen in our national network and TAP pipeline. It's a cluster with all the Greek major corps involved, and I am sure that His Excellency Governor of Western Macedonia, Mr. Kasapidis, will elaborate on that. Third, as a final project on the first subway, we have the H2 cap tanks of BNT Composites, which involves the construction of innovative high-pressure tanks using carbon fiber and other composites for the storage and the transportation of hydrogen. That is a midstream and a transportation project. Then, on the second subwave, we have another cluster of ultra-low carbon blue and green hydrogen in the southern part of the country, from motor oil in partnership with PPC, which is aiming the transportation and distribution of its produced hydrogen to industrial and transportation clients, including buses, ferries, and ships. Last but not least, we have the H2 SIM from Titan Cement Group, which includes the use of produced green hydrogen to decarbonize the cement production units of the group. It's our first industrial project. Demand is very important to escape the chicken and egg dilemma for our emerging national hydrogen economy. I'm also very pleased that this effort has been embraced by our government vertically, involving not only the Ministries of Environment and Energy and the one of Development and Investment as the originators, but also the ones of Maritime Affairs, Transportation, and the General Secretariat of Research and Innovation. So why this is important? 2 reasons for that. A, through the political symmetrical approach, we managed to attract proposals from different sectors of the hydrogen value chain, as I mentioned, shipping, transportation, industrial units, startups, and spin-offs. And B, we also made sure that the call of expression of interest is aligned with our national hydrogen strategy, which is currently in its final phase, as I mentioned before. Now let's go to our hydrogen strategy, which is my final slide. Next slide, please. In January 2021, our National Hydrogen Committee rolled up sleeves with the mandate to develop the Greek National Hydrogen Strategy that will be out for public consultation in late 2021. This strategy will entail a detailed roadmap for the emergence of a national hydrogen economy, which will cover the whole hydrogen value chain. And it includes several important cross-cutting aspects that will transversally affect many sectors, aiming towards as I said, the parallel development of the demand without building the sound backbone of the upstream, the midstream, and the downstream infrastructure. More specifically, the roadmap consists of multiple roadmaps for each category and will include the adaptation of various hydrogen systems and technologies. We adopt, let's say, a technology agnostic approach, trying to see what fits best for Greece, of course, always aligned with the European policy framework. Carbon neutrality scenarios from 2030 up to 2050, the gradual development of a competitive hydrogen market, exploring the added value that could be generated in Greece, a special roadmap for targeted flagship investments and demonstration projects that will serve as a signal provider to investors. Let me say here that the commercial deployment and materialization of such projects will in practice kick off a Greek hydrogen economy. We included several projects along the entire value chain, starting from industry, refineries, hard-to-abate industries, hydrogen trains, urban and intercity transportation, short-distance and long-distance maritime projects with the use of hydrogen, a hydrogen island, or the upgrade of the so-called VOAC, the northern highway of Crete, into a hydrogen-ready highway. Then we have the necessary development of the regulatory and legal framework that will need to support the projects and the infrastructure. Then we have also an innovation enabling scheme that will aim to connect the research directly with the market. We have a very great example. We have Advent case, where it started from a lab in Patra and succeeded now to raise 150 million from NASDAQ. In a nutshell, Greece has all the potential to become an important hydrogen player. We might be small in size, but just look at Portugal. It's really up to us. If hydrogen is a Swiss Army knife of the energy transition, then we'd better make sure to understand our potential as a producer, as an importer, as a transit country, as a pioneer in hydrogen islands and ports, as technology innovators in transportation and also industrial application and shipping, as somebody has to deliver the gas in the emerging demand centers across the globe. Thank you.